every day,
everywhere.
across New Zealand,
From the smallest town
to the biggest city.
We have the finest tools
And expert advice.
for any job.
for any person.
Who are we?
Who are we?
Who are we?
We are Nelson, Hamilton,
Pukekohe.
Rangiora.
We are Trade Zone.
we are Trade Zone.
We are Trade Zone.
Trade Zone, proud to bring you Trade Zone Addicted to Fishing.
I'm Nicky Sinden, and since I could hold a handline, I have been addicted to fishing. Whether it's straylining for snapper, trolling for marlin, dropping deep for swordfish, or jumping in and going spearfishing, I love it all. Join me each week as I road trip around the country, travelling to both New Zealand's most iconic fishing destinations and stepping off the beaten track to show just how good Kiwi fishing really is. Whether it's a girls' trip, fishing with a local, or riding solo, I am on a constant quest to satisfy my insatiable fishing addiction. Welcome to Trade Zone Addicted to Fishing. This week, we're coming to you all the way from Florida Keys in the USA. Fishing in Florida. We're fishing with a very special local, renowned for daytime sword fishing. This is my husband, Matt. We got married earlier this year in March, and he said, babe, where do you want to go for your honeymoon? Let's go on a big adventure, fishing and surfing. And I said, okay. There's this guy. I've been sort of following him and stalking him on Instagram and Facebook, and he catches heaps of swordfish out of Florida. Long story short, fast forward a year, here we are with Captain Nick Stanczyk, and we've just left the Bud and Mary's Marina, and we're in Florida. Thank you for having us, Nick.
No problem. Welcome to the Florida Keys.
Thank you, thank you. And we're going to target some swordfish. We're going to see how Nick does it, and we're going to hopefully put my husband here onto his first sword.
Yeah.
So let's do it.
I've been fishing since I was a little kid. My family always fished, my dad, my uncle, my brother when we were young. I still fish every chance I can. I spend about 250 days a year on the water, mostly charters, so people hire me. I take them on my boat, I entertain them. All deep sea. Sword fishing is my favorite fish to chase. We do get quite a few of them here. We don't get them every trip, but it's a great place to come to fish for them. You know, if you pick any place in the world, it's one of the best ones. So a few months ago, Nikki from New Zealand reached out to me and said she wanted to go sword fishing. And I was wondering why, because I knew she'd caught giant swordfish over there. And then she tells me she's on her honeymoon. So I'm like, what is wrong with this girl? But I knew she had the same bug I had. Swordfish is a fish that if you get the itch, you gotta scratch it. And people love chasing them. Matt, her new husband, wanted to get his first sword. He hadn't got one yet. And, you know, I'd be happy to take both of them out there and give them a shot. The fishing has been really slow lately. I only caught one fish my last 5 trips. So I've been a little nervous, but they're here and they're in good spirits and they got a positive attitude. That's what it takes. We're here. Oh, they're all calling me.
Ooh. It's a nice little drop off there.
Yep, right on the edge of the continental shelf. We go by feet here, so I know 1550 right now. I guess about 500 meters or so.
Yeah.
Close enough, and we'll kind of fish. This wall runs the entire length of the Keys, the continental shelf. Certain areas are more productive than others. You know, there'll be little drop-offs on it, little nooks and crannies in it, some holes. Some of the bait gets stacked up on those spots, and then we'll just keep drifting through them, and if we don't find them there, we'll just keep trying the spots till we find them.
If you had to try and put a number on how many swordfish that you think that you've skippered or caught in your time, roughly, what do you think that that number would look like?
Probably around 1,100.
1,100 swordfish?
Yeah, maybe 1,200.
Oh my
We'll
goodness me.
We gotta go through the book and count them.
Wow.
All right, so we'll start with one rod first. I'm gonna run back up here just a quarter mile and reset.
Okay.
And then we'll get the second one rigged and we'll get ready for 2 of the following drifts, okay?
Okay.
It will make it easier. We'll see, the first drift, we'll see how much current there is, how much lead we need to use to keep it down, we may have to adjust and go heavier a little bit later, so.
That's cool.
Okay, so I'm just gonna move a quarter mile and we'll reset. All right, just throw it away from the boat a few feet.
Throw it?
Yep, out there. Perfect.
So we're going 10 knots.
10 knots, the current's pretty strong still. And the Gulf Stream runs northeast usually. So we're going with the Gulf Stream to let the bait out. And we're gonna come back up on it and get up and down on it after this.
Okay.
Yeah, so like Nikki's always going away off fishing, and she always comes back with these awesome stories and all these fish that she's caught, and shows me all these photos on her phone, and so it's pretty cool to actually be out and experiencing it now as well.
We're using our trusted Tiagra 50 wide with an electric reel adapter, making it nice and easy to wind up and check the bait.
It's kind of a cool concept. You can disable the low gear from the reel so the handle doesn't spin, and this will turn the spool inside. So when you're checking your bait, we can do it when we save our arms. So we're in 1,560 feet of water. Matt, that's a lot of cranking.
Yeah.
So if we hook up there, just so you know how much line you gotta crank. We're drifting here, and you've seen obviously swordfish bites before, but super subtle. We just watch that rod tip, and all you're looking for is that little thump to go like that.
Okay.
And it might be a 20 or 30 pound fish, and we get them that small, hard to believe. It might be a 200 or 300 pound fish. We'll get that bite, and trying to get them to eat the bait and get them on there is the tricky part. You know, usually we move the bait up and down.
Tease them up.
Try to tease them up, get them more aggressive, get them fired up.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times we'll try to give it a drop back to let a little line out. We'll lock the reel up, let the bait sit, and see if we can't get them to eat it and actually swallow it. You know, if we get that bite, the rod will load up. You know, we'll try to get that heavy bend, get it throbbing. Disconnect the motor, we'll get the stand-up harness on you, and it's all up to you.
Then it's
Sweet.
your job.
Yeah, no worries. 1,800 feet's a long way.
Stay right where you are, because after the break, we hook up. This week we're chasing swordfish in Florida Keys with my husband Matt and legendary sword fisherman Captain Nick Stanczyk.
Florida's a unique place for sword fishing. We have really good fishing right off our coast here, especially in the Keys. We run 25 miles southeast, we're fishing Floyd's Wall. If we run southwest, I'm on Woods Wall. There's a 60 or 70 mile stretch of bottom we can fish all within an hour to an hour and a half ride here from Bud Mares Marina. And you know, we're lucky that we have a lot of good weather here. Not always, but we get out most of the time. We have to cancel a few trips, and we catch swordfish every month of the year. My best day sword fishing here was just this year. Back in April, we hooked a giant swordfish, and we've been fishing for this giant fish for a long time. I've probably been out there 1,000 trips or more fishing for this one fish, and back in April this year, 2018, we got a 600 pounder, and it was one of the biggest ever caught and rod reel in the state of Florida, one of the biggest ever in the Florida Keys. Sometimes, Nikki, we stitch these up like that, and when the current's really moving fast, they keep hitting it and pulling on it, we just come back with the string.
Really?
They pull it off the hook there, you know, they just keep ripping at it and swatting it with their bill, and it looks like a shoestring.
They're such messy eaters, aren't they? They just come in and they kind of just go rah.
They're sloppy feeders, that's for sure, yeah.
And I think that that's why you get so many fish that are foul hooked as well.
I would agree with you there, yep.
Yeah.
All right, Nikki, so that's a dolphin belly off a fish we got yesterday. We got a 10-0 J-hook in it. We're gonna put a skirt over it and put it on some 300-pound leader, and then we'll have it ready for the second rod next drift.
Nice.
And we'll get 2 baits out.
So we've just come back around and we've just let down one of our lines, and we've got another one going down at the moment. Matt and Nick are just putting them down, so deploying 2 at once. Double the fingers crossed. This is so exciting. All we need is one. Just want to get that one for Matt.
All right, Nikki, we got 2 going out. We got 1 on the back left corner. We're coming in shore towards the continental shelf to the ledge. In a very steep drop off you can see on the sonar. We're gonna come back around on these. I'm gonna get my nose back into the current of the boat. We'll fish 1 up here stripping down, and that back rod will move over, and we'll kind of fish it up higher up the bottom, maybe 300 or 400 feet up the bottom.
Okay.
And this one will fish down deeper near the bottom.
Now that the line Tackle tips and tactics, brought to you by Smart Marine. When it comes to fishing, planning and organisation is key. So this is how we plan and organise for our trips. And here we have the Shimano Banar bag. This is great for tackle, clothing, camera gear, anything at all. It's waterproof and it's got a nice, oversized, non-corrosive zip. Here we have the Shimano Tackle Bag Backpack. Perfect for when you're going land-based fishing. Fits absolutely everything that you'd ever need. Comes with 7 large zip pockets, so you can fit anything for that extra storage. And then over here we have the Shimano medium-sized tackle bag. This comes with 2 Shimano tackle boxes, and it comes with lots and lots of pockets, so you can fit all your tools and all your things that you need to take with you fishing. And last but not least, my Shimano jig bag. This allows me to put all of my jigs in one place. It's extra heavy duty material, can fit 28 different jigs. It's got that extra sturdy mesh, which means that you can put your jigs in even with hooks in them. And an extra heavy duty clasp to make sure that it doesn't come undone. For all your fishing needs, head on down to your local Smart Marine store. After the break, we get stuck into some more swordfish and something else comes in to take a bite.
Water. Get out of the water.
My husband Matt and I are on our honeymoon, and we've decided to travel all the way to Florida Keys to go sword fishing with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Captain Nick Stanczyk.
I've really been sword fishing a lot for the last 12 years. My family kind of pioneered daytime sword fishing here in the United States. Deep dropping form. We put a lot of time, a lot of effort in. I've been looking forward to getting Nikki here and fishing, kind of hearing how they fish for him in New Zealand compared to how we fish for him here. The last couple of years we started fishing 2 lines pretty religiously. Not every trip, but a lot of the times. We've even got some double headers. So hopefully I can give her a little bit of my knowledge and in return maybe get a little bit from her. We're on our 3rd drift now. We just made our 2nd drift. Matt got his first swordfish, so that was great. Tagged and released him. And we're going back down with 2 rods, got fresh bait on. See if we can't get Nikki and I'll rod a swordfish.
Nope, that one moves for sure.
We are hooked up. Okay.
Okay, so he didn't eat it yet. He hit it again though. That was a pretty good bite that time. Let's just watch it real close. You know, like a cat chasing a mouse. He don't always want to eat the mouse, but he wants to play with it and kill it. Same with a swordfish. He wants to kill that bait there, even though it's dead already, but. He's on there, Nikki.
Okay, let's do this.
So that took a little while to get him on there. There we go. Typical bite, you know, we could see him thump it.
Yep.
Took 4 or 5 tries, he finally ate it. Obviously, we don't know how he's hooked, hopefully he's hooked good, but that's what we see usually. It's very rarely they just come over and eat it and it bends over.
Now it's my turn to feel the Florida heat, and I can't think of a better way to spend our honeymoon. Yeah, I'm so stoked that I actually have a chance to catch a swordfish this year. I didn't know if I was going to. Woo! This is what we do it for. Love it.
Come on, baby, doing good. Keep going. How's the arm feeling?
It definitely feels there. I can feel my arm.
It's good that it's still there.
It's still there?
Yeah. Haven't wound it off yet.
Not yet.
All this crank is making me thirsty. You're doing
Put
good.
a bit more weight on now.
Yep. He definitely raced up though, you know, that was he was coming quick. Nikki had been pretty slow fishing the last couple of weeks, but we made 3 drops and had 2 bites. And if you get this one, we'll have 2 today. That'd be a good start.
What's the time?
Lunchtime, I was eating my sandwich and I got interrupted.
How
About 12:15.
rude.
Yeah, 12:15 p.m. Today might be our day. Hopefully we get this one.
Hey babe, I wonder if mine's bigger than yours.
I don't know.
This is a very, very special moment for me, quite humbling to be fair, because I've watched Nick and his sword fishing for years on Instagram and Facebook, and Florida is a very special place as well because it's where a lot of the daytime sword fishing was discovered. And so I feel like I'm fishing with someone who I've really wanted to fish with for a really long time. So this is quite nostalgic, really. And if we get this fish, it'll be one of those photos I'll definitely be printing off and putting on the fridge. So, and it's very special to have Matt with me because normally we're apart when I'm hooked up to a swordfish, but we get to do it together today, which is fun. We're gaining a bit of line on him now. How often do you get doubles?
You gotta be getting close. I've probably caught 3 or 4 double headers the last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a few. A lot of times we do get 2 bites, but you miss one of them. But probably 3 or 4 this year, and I've caught a few last year. We're definitely getting close though. And you can see that fish is coming up because it gets easier and it goes back down.
Yeah.
I think I can see the double line down there. We're definitely getting close. You should be within very, very close now. Yep, there's the sinker, about 30 feet to go.
Nice done this.
Yep. Here he comes, here he comes. Nice fish. Pretty fish, look how blue he is. Wow, he's gorgeous.
I can't seem to go past.
Oh, he's foul hooked in the dorsal. Keep whining, keep whining.
He's not a bad fish.
Nah, nice one. He may pull off here in the leader, you guys, because he's kind of fouled. But he got an armor out of swordfish. He's gonna be tough to handle because the way he's hooked. Just so keep that in mind, okay? Look at those colors. That's a nice fish. He is gorgeous. He is lit out there.
Phew! We did it!
I heard about that giant world record you got, and I was always a little jealous of it. But I'm glad we got fishing together and got to team up on a couple swords.
Yeah. We better get you over to New Zealand. He's taking a bit of line.
They're growing big over there.
Woohoo! We got him.
That's a pretty fish there. Look at those colors. Oh, look at that pretty fish.
What an amazing husband of mine. Woo! Anything to give the shot.
Good job, Matt.
He's coming back. No, just kidding. Woo!
Congrats, Nikki.
Thank you,
High
Nick.
five. Good
That
job.
was awesome. Oh, thank you, babe. High five, baby. Honeymoon. Woo!
Good job.
Sorry, little sweetie.
That's all right.
That was so cool. Woo! Well, that concludes what I might call an epic Trade Zone Addicted to Fishing. Thank you so much, Nick, for having us.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for coming.
You popped Matt's cherry, and he got a bigger fish than me.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. Maybe not. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time we come back, yeah.
Maybe next
I
time.
hope so.
Or maybe you should come to New Zealand and fish with us.
I like that idea better.
Yeah. All right, well, look, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week on Trade Zone Addicted to Fishing. Yoo!
Yeah.
Ow! There's no better way to cool off after fighting swords in the Florida heat all day.
Yeah.
Yo, get out of the shark. There's a shark. Get out of the water. Get out of the water. Yes, yes.
Little did I know, I had a hungry oceanic white-tip shark coming directly for me. Are you joking? That was...
It's right there.
Oh my God. They're known for being super aggressive and coming up out of nowhere in these sorts of depths. And this is one of the most dangerous sharks, investigating with their teeth. That was way too close for comfort. Gear, Care and Catch, brought to you by Trade Zone. Here we are in Trade Zone Hastings. Let's go and meet Glenn and the team. Hey, Glenn.
Hey, Nikki, how you doing?
Yeah, good, thanks. How are you?
Not too bad today, not too bad at all.
That's good. Hey, I need to measure some wheel bearings, so I was wondering if you had any, like, calipers that are really accurate.
Okay, yeah, we've got the best ones in the country, just over here, just follow me.
Okay, cool.
Okay, this is the one I was telling you about, the Mitutoyo digital caliper. Easy to read, 9mm font. It's just a serious piece of kit for the DIY or the engineer.
Nice. How long's the battery life?
That particular model there, 18,000 hours.
18,000 hours.
That's right.
Wow, okay, I think this is the one that I need.
Great, let's go.
Okay. For all your engineering needs, head in store or order online at www.tradezone.co.nz. Check out our YouTube page for tips, tricks, and entire episodes of every season. And like us on Facebook to keep up to date with competitions and all your fishing news. Trade Zone Addicted to Fishing is proud to be with Extreme Boats. Powered by Honda Marine, we tow it around in our custom-built GFAB trailer on the back of our Mercedes-Benz V6. Smart Marine supply us with our Shimano tackle, and we find the best fishing spots with our Raymarine. We move in precision thanks to Seastar, and maintain our gear using Ting Tools. We keep up to date thanks to New Zealand Fishing News magazine, and it all keeps performing thanks to Trade Zone.